Want to instantly make your Excel charts more powerful and easy to read? Most Excel charts default to just one color across the board. That's fine, until it isn't. If you're tracking profit and loss, temperature changes, or anything where up and down matters, you need visual contrast. And Excel actually makes it easier than you think, once you know where to click. So here's going to be the first example. I'm going to make some dummy data here. Let's call this product, and let's make this a widget. Widget 1. Press enter, and let's drag the fill handle down. Let's give it 8 widgets. And we'll call this one year 1, year 2. And we'll just make some examples. Year 1, and then this one is drag this over. It'll make it year 2. Let's give some dummy data here. I'm going to use the ran between function to make some dummy data. Ran between. And ran between, let's say 9 to 40. 9 to 40. Not too big. Press Control Enter. It'll fill out everything in here. Let's make this one a static field, because it's going to change every time. If I press delete key or F9 or anything, it changes. So let's make this a static field. Control C to copy, and then I'll just do paste values. Here I'll call this difference, and it's going to be a percentage. So it's going to be this. Let's put this in parentheses. That minus that. Year 1 minus year 2 divided by year 2. So we want to see the difference. And that increased 1.8. And let's put this into a percentage. 180%. Let's see, year 2 was 10. Oh, it went down really badly. Let's make this one smaller. That's huge. Yeah, let's make this one smaller. That's huge. Make this 16. Press enter. Okay, 60%. So that looks okay. So if I wanted my chart, all I need to do is just select my product categories, press the control key, and select my difference categories, or this range of data here. Go to insert, and we just want a column chart. If I put a 2D column chart, I have that right there. And all of this is just formatting now. I click on the grid lines, delete that. I don't want those grid lines there, and make it disappear. And let's make the labeling down here. Right click, go to Format Access. Let's make it at the bottom. So click on the labels down here. Label position, let's go to low. So it's going to be at the bottom. So how do we make these different colors? Well, let's make this one green first. I'm going to select that. Pink bucket, fill. Let's see. Green color. Let's make it a nice green here. Oops. It's selected only that one. Control Z to undo. So this is what happens when you select it, double click it twice. You see that it's only selected for that one. Let me select the chart. Select back there. You can see it's all selected now. And go back into my colors. Click green. And I've got my green. Now I want the bottom ones to be red. So how do I do that? Well, let me click back and select all the columns here. Over here it says invert if negative. Click on that. And now I've got these blank color ones. Let's change this. Maybe not a red, maybe kind of an orangey color. Yeah, that's close to red. And now we have our negative numbers in kind of a orangey red color and positive numbers as green. So what's the other way that we can do it? Well, let's see how we can do that. I'm going to press the control key, select my sheet here, kind of drag it up here. You see that plus sign? It creates another sheet. Let's delete this one. And I'm going to select this again, and then control, select that. Now go to insert, and I'm going to insert the 2D area chart. Select this one, move it over here a little bit, make it a little bit bigger here. And this idea I got from Chandu. He's got a great channel, so go follow him if you could. But there was something in there where you had to manually move the colors around, and it's a little bit hard to do with the mouse. And I found a little trick to make it a little bit easier to move with the toggle here on the side. So let's see how we can do that. Click on the grid lines here, press delete. Let's make the labeling here at the bottom. Click on that, that's selected. Go to this area here, labels, and that's going to be low, right? And so now we want to get it back into the paint bucket. So I'm going to select my line area chart here, paint bucket, and select gradient. Now here in the gradient, it's kind of selected my colors that I had previously already for me. So right on the right, it's going to be the green. On the left, it's going to be that orange. I want extra colors here. We need to have another color here closer to the green, another color here closer to the red. And with this, depending on the differences, it's going to give you an indication where the colors are going to meet. So this color is going to be that orange color first. So the color closest to that orange over on the far right is going to be orange too. This color is going to be that green. So select that and click on that green here. And the manual movement occurs right now. So I'm going to try to move this closest here and move this closest here. So it looks like it's almost down to that line. And when I do it, there's going to be a point where they kind of overlap and it's kind of hard to click. And what I found that you can do is if I click on this and I move the position here, maybe a little bit, and use these as a guide to move them, I can do it a little bit more in a fine-tuned way. But what happens is it covers the other one. So what I need to do is make sure that one is selected. I click on there and then use the arrow key. I'll press the left arrow key. It's going to select that. You can see that it selects it. And now I can fine tune it a little bit more. Let's see if I have to go down. No, I got to go up, up, and then it sets it. So that's at 48. Click on here again. Let's see. They should be very close to each other. If I press the right arrow key, you can see that changes. And now that goes to 49. So you want them kind of close to each other. Here, the green one is 48 and the red one's 49. So it's going to be close to each other. Unfortunately, you can't do decimals. So it's got to be whole numbers. But this is the closest that I've gotten to it. And so that's a little trick. It's really hard to use their mouse to kind of find it. But if you click on it and you use the arrow keys to move around, you can position it a little bit more without using your mouse. Color coding your Excel charts for positive and negative values make your data speak instantly. And now you've got the skills to do it. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up. It helps more people find these quick, practical Excel tips. I try to post weekly, so subscribe if that sounds like your thing.